Hi team, welcome to tonight's call. Thanks for jumping on. So tonight's call is basically the start of our first marketing campaign. So this is going to be the first week of a 6-week marketing campaign that we're going to be doing. So I just kind of want to go over the first week of operation, what we're trying to do, and yeah, recap on a few things what was on the last call as well. Go forward. So it's going to be broken into 6 weeks. Okay, so the first thing I want us to understand is it's going to run from the 1st of November through to the 19th of December. I think that's right. I think that's 6 weeks. So it's going to run for that duration. Obviously, over the Christmas period, things are going to slow down a little bit, and that's understandable. So we really want to push this now as much as we can. Really push this. Now we've got the marketing materials and things like that, and I'm going to go through kind of the strategies we're going to employ. Really want to get this going on a big scale. If everyone, when they come in, if they could just mute their mics as they come in, that'd be perfect. If it's not muted already, that'd be fantastic. So first thing I want us to talk about is customers. We need a huge push on customers. I'm going to go over that in a moment, kind of different ways we need to do that, but customers are absolutely vital for this. So week one, really, I want us to be focusing on is community. So what I mean by community is look at your community, look at, kind of be creative with it, and try and look at big networks. So like, for example, like libraries, community centers, all these kind of things, colleges, universities, things where there's lots of people, where there's a lot of traffic, a lot of gossip, people talking, just big networks where you can target, okay, and you can look at trying to get into, maybe even if you can get maybe a stall in there with your leaflets, just giving away the app. You've got to be creative, and you've got to look at your area. Each person's area is going to be different. Each executive's area is going to be different. So it's going to take a different level of thinking in terms of, you've got to think outside the box, basically. Look for also influencers. So anybody in your area you know who's got a big network, or they've got a big following on social media, or like radio, if you know any local radio presenters, anyone who runs like a local magazine or anything like that, people who've got quite a lot of influence in the area. I don't know if anybody's religious at all, but I know that like church networks, like mosques and things like that, if you can get into these networks, they're really big networks as well, and they've got a lot of influence. People who have got a lot of influence in that area. So kind of think about that, and that's a good angle to go in. This is for the app, obviously, to try and get the app out, get people onto it, start to share it, people start talking about it. So you need to look at our community, look at the demographics, see where we can go in terms of getting the app out. This is just going to add exposure. So week one's mainly about kind of just planning your exposure, really, planning how you're going to kind of tackle it, and set yourself up to be able to kind of get an angle in the way you're going to attack it. Then I'm just going to cover week 1 and 2 in this call tonight. So week 2, we'll roll into, that'll be mass leafleting and social media campaigns, which I'll touch on in a moment. And I'll go through kind of the leafleting angle in a bit more depth later on. So I spoke to Michael just before I got on the call, and he's finalising the second version of the Charlotte Local video. He's obviously taken our feedback. We told him it wasn't quite upbeat enough, and there's a few other little things we asked him to add on. So he's just getting them to finalise that. That should be ready by the end of this week. So that's pretty cool. So we should have the second version of the video. The script, unfortunately, the script can't really be changed, because that would mean you'd have to completely rebuild the video. It always starts with a script. But I think the script's fine. It's just a few little things which was mentioned. But yeah, he's trying to amend them maybe visually, and just add them in, and the music as well, I think he's changing. So we'll see what the second version's like. I mean, the first version's fine, but it'd be good if it was a little bit more upbeat. But yeah, that's good news. We're going to get the second version, should be done by the end of this week. Market materials team, I mean, market materials, they're all there now. I mean, they're pretty much all ready to be sent out. Every single person is able to pretty much redeem them. If you haven't got them, then it's just because you haven't reached out to me and let me know that you want them, that you're actively ready to work it. So you reach out to me. Basically, I'm not going to be sending them to people until they give me their address and things. So myself and Ed, and we're going to be sorting them out. So yeah, if you're ready to go with this in a big way, then you will need them, and they're pretty much ready to order. As people come on, could they just mute their mics, please? That'd be fantastic when they come in. If it's not muted already, thanks. So yeah, so market materials, just going to be a combination of flyers, lanyards, window stickers. They're all ready to go. We're just waiting on the final design for the business cards as well. So the business cards will be pretty much done either to tomorrow or Wednesday. We've got a first version. I think I've just put that into the group. And Ed's just creating an additional leaflet as well. So there will be another leaflet being designed where you can basically order additional leaflets. These will be a thinner design, more for the door-to-door drop-in and just general leafleting if you're targeting just people out on the street, or if you're going into kind of the student or university networks, you can fire outside there. That would be really, really powerful. But these would be a cheaper and thinner leaflet, and they'll be able to be ordered. Going forward, obviously, as the operation expands and we get traction, we get customers, we get transactions through, then hopefully most of this marketing material will be self-sustainable from the operation itself. So that's the ultimate goal, obviously, to start with. You've got to look at it as your own business. We're getting this off the ground to start with. So additional leaflet and things like that, for the door-to-door, you've got to look at it as it's an investment in a sense. Is you start to pick up the customers and we all start to work this whole operation together. Yeah, also I want to mention ID cards. A few people brought it up. Basically on the lanyards, we haven't got an ID card. So please, can you all forward a front on face photo to Ed? I'll put his email address in the group. But basically, you need a front on face passport photo. And what that's going to do when you order your business cards, okay, he'll make one business card with your face on, and then that's the one you can slide into your lanyard. You can slide that into your little pouch. So when you order them, you'll receive an ID card on the front of that as well. I've run that by Ed today, so I'll catch up with him tomorrow. But yeah, obviously we need a visual front-on photo of your face to be to add to it. Second thing is the next thing I want to speak about, is the CRM system. Now we're going to do a training on the CRM system. There is I do touch on it on the university at the moment. At the minute, the university isn't actually, the CRM system is only allowing every executive to see their own leads. We are looking into that, and we are going to be opening the system up. But at the minute, that's fine. Just make sure you insert your leads. But going forward, as the operation expands, obviously, we do need to be able to see all leads what have been added to the system. So you can search the entire system database, basically, for the leads before you call on businesses. But as we're starting so fresh, we're not really going to be overlapping businesses at the moment. So it's not a big deal right now, but we are looking into opening that up. So everybody will be to see everyone's, but just continue to add your businesses in. It's pretty straightforward to use, but yeah, we will go over a training on that. It'd be probably week 2 or 3. We'll jump on a call and we'll go through that, the CRM, because it is important to keep that and keep track of what you're doing with your businesses and adding notes, the correct notes and things like that. So yeah, that's something we will go over. Territories, I mentioned this last week on the call. Those of you who haven't caught up, basically, there's a website called www.postcodearea.co.uk. You can basically plan your area out and select your postcode. It will tell you the population there, how many businesses are there, what the demographic is of your area, basically. It's a really, really handy website to use to plan your area. Please go back and watch last week's call. And if you haven't got the breakdown of last week's call sent across to you, please inbox me and I will send it across to you. If you've caught up on it, please watch the video first. It should be on the university. I did add it into the WhatsApp group. But yeah, if you haven't seen last week's call, then please go back and watch that. But yeah, territory is really, really important to plan yourself and set yourself up to basically attack your area correctly. Business categories, everyone should be clear with the business categories now. I did put them into the group, and we did send out a message on that. Anyone who's not clear, then we can discuss that at the end. Or anyone who feels there needs to be some additional tweaks to that, we can discuss that at the end of this call in a minute when we go to the kind of questions and things like that. Success stories, that's something over these 6 weeks we really want to try and create, even if it means that we kind of start getting businesses on where we can redeem our own deals, or have nights out, team nights out, where we can go for food, or we can go for playing some pool or snooker or bowling, or whatever, or if somebody can get their hair done, or anything like that. If we can kind of create some stories, then that's really, really important to leverage off, and really start to get people through the doors. So that's what I'm saying about the customers, level of customers. That is really important for this operation to work. And that's probably our biggest challenge. I think the window stickers will help massively, and the leaflets inside the business as well, that will help. And getting the business owners to partner with us and really asking for their help and explain to them what we're trying to do, what we're trying to achieve, how it's going to benefit them in the long run, and going forward, really. So yeah, success stories is just huge. We need to create some of them over this next 6 weeks. That's kind of definitely a goal we need to get sorted. So the marketing, social media. So this is going to probably be launching on the week 2. So our marketing and social media, this is pretty cool. So I want, first of all, everyone on this call, after the call, please go to the Charlotte Local UK page and invite all your friends list. Just invite your whole friends list. We need to build up the likes on that page. So please invite everybody on your friends list to that, just over the days. It's a lot to do in one go, but just continuously do it. So just go on and you can find the invite button, start inviting your friends to the page, just so we can build that page up. It's really important we do that. So I'm looking to run 2 Facebook campaigns, okay, like targeting set areas. So wherever we've got active executives, we've only got a few active executives at the moment, who are looking to run with this in their areas. We'll target those areas specifically for the campaigns, until people kind of step up. I know we've got 30 people actively signed, who signed up, but we've not got a fully active set of reps at the moment. But it will come. But yeah, we're only going to target the areas where we feel, there's going to be executives going out, talking to the business owners and calling on business owners, handing out leaflets as well, flyering, and also just generally work in that area. We need that. There's no point in boosting it into an area where there's literally no one there to pick up the pieces, basically. So there'll be 2 videos. We'll run the explainer video for the business merchants, so for the businesses to see, and we'll also run an app promo video as well. So that's 2 on Facebook, and I'm also looking to run potentially an Instagram campaign and a YouTube campaign. So I've been looking into YouTube because that is powerful. There's a lot of reach, and the way you pay for the adverts on YouTube is pretty cool. You only pay if somebody views it for like 30 seconds, from what I've been reading, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. So I'm looking into that. So looking to launch both those campaigns for social media in week 2 of the campaign. So hopefully once Michael gets a video completed, we'll do that then. Social media is very, very powerful for this. And as we're going out at the same time, synchronized timing, where there's people out on foot and there's social media presence, it should start getting some more awareness about what we're trying to do, help the local community, get to find the best deals, help local businesses, and get the word out there, really. This is just a word of mouth exercise, and social media is a huge part of that. So again, liking and sharing is massive, and obviously onboarding business is important as well to add the value to what we're doing. But in order to do this, I'm looking to do a crowdfund. Now, we'll discuss this in a moment, but crowdfunding is basically where a group of individuals put together, they all put in a set amount of money each. My target, what I want to get from the group, is like 200 sterling. If we can crowdfund 200 sterling for our first marketing campaigns. I spoke to Michael. Michael said he is happy to match whatever we come up with. So whatever amount we can come up with, Michael was happy to match that. So we'll actually have double whatever we put up. So that's pretty cool. So it's obviously going to be an expense on behalf of the executives. But I think we'll see how well it goes forward to start with, and then we'll expand from there, and we'll see kind of what reach we've had from it and stuff like that. But yeah, obviously we'll get names and stuff, people who want to be involved in that. I think if you're an executive, you should be involved. We won't be looking at huge amounts of money. We're probably looking at £5 to £10. Not huge amounts of money, but together it is a lot of money, and we can do a lot with it. And as I said, Michael's going to match that as well. So just an overview on what I've said tonight on tonight's call. So our main focus over these next 6 weeks is to just gain mass awareness about Short Local, the service in our communities, okay, and onboard multiple businesses, okay, and gain customers. So focus on the business categories we've got, okay, and gain customers. So that's the main focus of this 6-week program. It's only a short period of time, so you need to be efficient with this time we're running this with. But we'll kind of see the fallout of this, and it's going to take longer than 6 weeks to get this going big time. But I think if we can do an initial burst of energy, just for this part of the start of the campaign, up until almost Christmas, and obviously people are going to wind down naturally for Christmas, and then going forward after that, we can then pick it up again into the new year, and really start attacking it again, going forward really. So that's kind of the gist of this call, is just to break down the first 2 weeks of operation for our marketing campaign. And now I just want to open the call up. So I'm just going to unmute everybody. And I just want a general discussion between everybody on anything, any feedback they want to give, or any suggestions really, on anything. So I'm just going to unmute everyone a second. Cool. So I think everyone's unmuted. So does anyone have any kind of suggestions or questions about that, or anything they feel we need additionally to help this go forward? As I said, we're all an operation and we're all working this as one, and we're all starting from nowhere really. So feedback would be great on this really. And is there anyone who's unsure about anything or has any questions at all?
On the adverts, Jansen.
Yeah, Ben. Is that Ben? Yeah.
Yeah, this is me, mate. On the adverts, when we create the adverts, are we going to just pinpoint the businesses on their own? So say, for instance, Ashley put on Spenny's. Will you just create an advert just for that business? Or is it going to be a few tied into one advert? Or
yeah, so I mean, the adverts will be, you can do that. You can specifically sponsor specific deals, like specific posts. So yeah, if somebody signs a business and they put a deal on, we can sponsor that deal to target an area. Yeah, we can do that. But the adverts were more for like a general. So he's going to do targeting just all the businesses. And I think you can actually target businesses on the ad campaigns as well. So business owners will see it in certain areas, and also the app. So yeah, we'll see how we can stretch our budget, marketing budget wise, and then go from there. I mean, who's happy with? Is everyone happy to chip in for the first marketing campaign? Is there anyone who's unhappy who wouldn't want to do that? I've just read Alan's comment actually. Hootsuite. What about using Hootsuite to set up a stream of preloaded tweets on Twitter? Yeah, Alan, I've got a team member called Sham. She's really, really hot on Hootsuite. She's got that set up. She said she's setting that up so we can start to put the tweets, what they self-tweet and stuff, and you can overlap pages and things like that. Was pretty powerful, I've heard, but I haven't really used it before. But thanks for that, Alan. We are going to be using that, so we can schedule tweets and stuff. Moving forward, basically. Anything else? Any other kinds of feedback? Is there anyone who's unsure about what they need to do? Are they confused by anything at all? Is there anything they feel they need additional training or tools? Hi, Maria. Are you okay?
Yes, I think that's just a thought. I would suggest that if we are doing a ad campaign for the businesses, we should do it separately for the app as well. And I would say, this is my suggestion, I'm happy to put £20 for a campaign for the businesses to get awareness, and also £20 for the app advertising.
Okay, cool. That's great. So that's fine. Brilliant. That's fantastic. Yeah, we will do them separately, and we will look at the areas to target. I mean, if you're on board in a lot of businesses yourself, then we can look to the money you put in. We can look to kind of budget that more for your businesses, the businesses in your area. So if you are,
sorry, Johnson.
Yeah,
I am using Hootsuite myself, so I know the power of it as well, and I think it's a great idea. If anyone know how to use it and have the facility to use it, it would be good to use.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, like I said, Sham, who's in my team here in Bristol, she's really, really hot on that. She did mention that, so she's going to be going through that. But maybe you could show me a little bit of how it works as well, Maria, because it'd be good to. I haven't used it before, but I've heard it's quite powerful to use.
Still, the Google AdWords are probably the most powerful, whatever.
Google AdWords. What is that through?
Yes.
Is that through the Hootsuite? Is it?
You can either set it up through Google itself, and that's probably will be easier. And you can get return back within minutes, really, on it.
Nice.
On the minutes. What do you mean on the minutes?
Within minutes. Within 10 minutes, you will have people calling you back.
Wow. Okay.
If you know how to set it properly.
So it's really good for targeting.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe we'll have a call, Maria, and you can show me that, because it sounds like it's really powerful to use.
Yeah.
All right. So is there anything else? Anything anyone needs? Additional tools or anything you feel like that? I'm going to be basically putting together over the next few weeks as well. I did mention this before. It's a Sherlock Local Executive Agreement form. Basically, it won't be anything too complicated, but it's, for example, it will be active reps, because also we have that rotating operational link. Now, reps who aren't stepping up and don't want to work at Sherlock Local, there will be a qualification basically to be able to stay part of the operation, because that is an operational link. You can't just pay the 99 and have your ID in the link and not be promoting businesses, not be flyering, not be growing the operation at all and gaining financially from it. So this is something we're going to review. So that's one thing that will be in the agreement form. There'll be a time limit. Basically, to remain active, you have to sign like a business in the space of like 90 days, like one business every 90 days or something like that. I haven't confirmed anything yet. I'm just liaising on the point that we need to understand we are all one team. We all need to help each other in this, and people are pulling their weight. I mean, 90 days is a long period of time at the end of the day. I think it's quite reasonable that they would be removed, their IDs would be removed from the link until they go active again. But yeah, I'm discussing this with Michael and put this forward. But it's something that needs to be you don't want people not doing anything at all and picking up customers, you know what I mean, and financially benefiting. So hang on, Sreen says something. Are we looking to spend advertising budget on social media, or does anyone know of any other where we advertise with platforms? To be honest, Sreen, I've looked into a few other things. Facebook's the king at the moment for advertising. Every big company is using Facebook. It's the king. Instagram's good as well. And YouTube, I've read a lot of good articles about YouTube advertising. Supposed to be getting some good results. So I'm looking into YouTube at the moment as well. But I think the best option is definitely to stick with social media for advertising. For the moment, until we start gaining some really big, I'm talking when we start turning over some big revenues from this operation, we can look at potentially a TV advert, like small TV ads, and not cheap at all. This is like long-term strategies, radio adverts probably to start with, billboarding as well. Like billboards, people's eyes aren't really there anymore because they're obviously in their phone. I've had some ideas about us setting up our own. You can basically get canvassing made. It's not really it's not legal in a sense what I've got in my mind, but basically we used to do it for the gym I work for. You basically get the Sherlock logo blown up onto a canvas, and you would then zip tie it to like a big mainstream roundabout fencing, so every car drives past would see it. You're not going to get caught doing it, but the council may take it down. But that is a powerful way to do it, and it's very cheap. You can get them for like £8, I think. So street canvassing is called.
It's bonded boards, yeah.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, it's not legal, but you're not going to get punished for it. If they catch you doing it, they'll just take it down. But it's a good way of getting the exposure in the city. You can get them made up for cheap, and you can zip tie them to big mainstream roundabouts into the city and things like that. That's another good angle. Let's not do that. Yeah, I thought Alan would say that. Yeah.
May I suggest that if we could spread the word, because there may be some of us having some contacts in the local press, like local newspapers, local radio stations, and have an editorial written about this.
About
Sherlock, about the whole idea of Sherlock Local, how we are helping businesses to get themselves marketed.
Yeah.
I think that is something which would be worthwhile. So let's say Manchester Evening News. If someone in Manchester maybe have contact to Manchester Evening News business editorial department.
Yes.
I think that will be very powerful.
Yeah, it's a great idea. So yeah, we've got 10 minutes left on the call now. So yeah, I mean, that's a great idea. Really, like I said, if you've got people who've got local radio stations, or like you said, bloggers, or people who could write an article about this, local papers always want to write about things. So it might be worth writing and explaining we're trying to build what we're trying to do with Sherlock Local, build a sharing economy in a sense, helping customers and businesses, helping customers get the best deals, and businesses in some cases earn an additional income stream from what we're doing. And get a write up. That's really good. We've got a magazine called Made in Bristol here in our city. We've got a link for that, so I'm looking to reach out and see if we can get something like that created. But that's a great angle to go down. You just got to be creative with it and just try to, in this 6 weeks, really have a think about how we can gain exposure without too much expense. We need to treat this as we're kind of bootstrapped with this at the minute. We're not, but we are. We want to try and really push our budget as far as we can, and really get as much exposure as we can for free without spending money. Start with. So the first 6 weeks is kind of a test and a trial, and we'll just move forward from there. Alan said something. Great idea. Get an editor written alongside ad. Bury Times, Bury Bolton Evening News for Bolton. Sending press release to the editors. Made in Bristol sounds good. Yeah, wicked, Alan. So and I've been speaking to Thomas and Michael about the next updates as well. They are going to deliver with the product the way we need it to be. At the moment, I'm talking about a completely new interface on the app, so it'd be a lot cleaner, and the categories would be a lot easier to navigate through the deal section. This isn't going to come overnight, straight away, but we can. I can assure you that this is a huge focus for Michael now. And he's going to be investing where it needs to be invested into it. And Thomas is excited about the new geolocation and push notifications what are coming. So yeah, let's try to really focus now and take this seriously in your area, you are a pioneer, and just think outside the box. It's going to be a lot of work to start with, like the flyering and stuff. But trust me, as an operation, we can get a lot of coverage, and we can get a good amount of customers on board with this, and I'm sure we can. Student networks, universities is massive. Door to door is massive, and like we've discussed, local newspapers, articles, bloggers, things like that. Try to kind of go down those routes. But also, all of us liking the Facebook page, please promote that page and boost it. Share it to all your friends. Alan's written something. The News Angel is huge. Global tech company scheme to help local businesses. Good headline. Wicked headline, Alan. Yeah, that's brilliant. So yeah, guys. So week 1 starting tomorrow. Most of you've got your market materials now, so you're pretty much ready to go. With the main leaflets you've got at the moment, try to use them mainly for the business owners. When you're creating awareness of the business owner and putting them in the business, the businesses. Ed's making up the cheaper ones, what are more for the store-to-store drop-in, and the leafleting, general leafleting outside of universities and communities, churches and things like that. So yeah, just they will be up for order. Location for them for the business cards and the additional leaflets will be confirmed. But yeah, we're pretty much there, guys, with everything now. It's just a case of getting to work, really, and just trust in the process. Just put the hard work in, stay focused, understand the the app itself is going to be developing with us. And yeah, we really are the pioneers of this. And it's going to be, once we start to get a good amount of word of mouth, and a good amount of quality businesses on, it will start to pop on its own. Everything started somewhere. Just Eat started somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Delivery started somewhere. All of these companies do a similar thing. All started somewhere. And I believe the amount of people we've got on board with this, we could get this going in a serious way. So yeah, is there any more questions? We got a couple of minutes left. Is there any more questions or any more suggestions on anything at all? No, all good. Wicked. So the next call, I was going to do calls. Just what the idea. I was going to do calls twice a week, Monday and Fridays. Does anyone feel I was going to do a bit more of a training on a Friday over a few things? Do you think that'd be good? Do you think that would be beneficial if I was to do a call Monday more for the kind of planning, and then the Friday more of a training kind of call, and we can kind of discuss and go through a few things? Yeah, cool.
Training would be good on a Friday.
Yeah, cool. All right. I mean, I want to cover the CRM system as well. And maybe look to go through some kind of call training as well, and maybe get a call script together. But I still feel cold calling's obviously an essential skill with this, but I feel walking into the businesses is still probably the best way to go. But yeah, if anyone's got anything they want help on or improvement, bring it to the Friday call and we discuss it as a team. It doesn't need to just be me doing it. I mean, there's a lot of quality people in here who've got a lot of experience in all different areas. So I know Maria and Alan have got vast experience in areas which they can bring to the table through what they've done along with the rest of you. So yeah, okay, so Mondays will be kind of the structure and planning, and then Fridays we'll do more of a training and improving our skills, and maybe tweaking the operation and adding discussing different tools we can bring in to help train on board in the next level of reps what we bring in, so we can smooth the operation up for when we go into come out of beta and go into full launch. So great, guys. So the next meeting will be Friday. It'll be more of a training call, discuss a few things. You bring some ideas, bring some things you want to work on, and we'll discuss that, and we'll start running in this 6-week campaign. We'll do Mondays and Fridays. Friday calls, if we can do them for kind of around sort of 6:30, that'd be brilliant. I know everyone wants them a little bit later. But yeah, I think 6:30 on a Friday would be good because some people have got things to do after and things like that. So thanks for your commitment, guys. I really appreciate it. And it's been a long process to get to where we are, but I feel we've kind of got the basics there now. where we need to be. We've got the basic structure and everyone kind of knows what they need to do. Please, I put all these calls on the university. Please revisit the university and go over all of these calls. And yeah, if you're unsure about everything, just reach out to me. If you've got any suggestions, reach out to me and we'll start to implement them. But I'm really, really excited now, guys. We've got a big 6 weeks ahead of us, and let's do the best we can. And let's really try and get this off the ground and get some stories going. So thanks for tonight, the call tonight, guys. And I'll see you on Friday night's call, and I'll post it in the WhatsApp group. Thank you very much. Speak to you soon, guys.